All right, everyone, we've got a new set 4 leader that we got to play today. I know a lot of you have been excited about this. We've got First Order, Captain Phasma. And I'll say there are a couple of cards in this list that I absolutely love playing with, or at least I think I will love a lot more. I've only played with them a little bit. So we will see, but I'm excited about this. Even though First Order is kind of a janky spot to be in right now, I can't wait to show you all the list. Before we talk about it, I want to say a big thank you to my patrons over on Patreon, guys. I just finished up our round of our tournament. Right now, everyone is forced to play the Lake County, can't remember the name, base. So it's single aspect only. It has been super hilarious to see. With that said, let's talk about this list and see what we got going on with First Order. So I mentioned there are two cards here that I love playing. The first one, Kylo Ren. I've played this card a ton. This card's super fun to play with ECL. It comes out as an 8/7 potentially, or just pumps up another unit as a 6/7 ambusher. It is just super, super nice. Okay, nothing really more about Kylo Ren. It is just an insane value card with ECL. Just not a lot of decks really want to play it. Phasma is the other one. This one I've only played a little bit with, because really you need to play it with Captain Phasma leader or a bunch of First Order cards. And guess what? We're all in on the First Order theme. Phasma is absolutely insane. Now, you cannot give the +2/+2 to herself. And that's really important, because if you could, this card would probably just be good enough as an individual card in a lot of decks, because it attacks as essentially a 7/8, right? And on ECL, it attacks as a 9/10, if you could. But you have to have another First Order unit. So the idea here is you ECL this out, kill something, and you're able to give +4/+4 to something else, or split it up, +2/+2 to one unit and +2/+2 to another unit. This works particularly well with some other First Order units. Well, Phasma is one as a leader since he's guaranteed. The TIE Interceptor, on the other hand, is also another one, because this gets bunches of bonuses if you have more power. And with a double pump from Phasma, you now give TIE Interceptor Raid 1 and Overwhelm. It can crush through a unit and do some major damage. In terms of the rest of the other cards, I got kind of okay First Order cards. Silencer is a classic, definitely nothing to complain about. Dagger Vanguard can be decent if one of our units doesn't trade well. You can finish it off. Sith Trooper can sometimes be like a 4/3. It's okay. Special Forces TIE Fighter, it's a 2/3 most of the time in space. First Order TIE Fighter and First Order Stormtrooper really work well on turn 1, but outside of that, it's kind of okay. General Hux, if you have a bunch of First Order units, that can do some work. General Pride, this one's actually decent if you have initiative and you can kind of pass around some damage. We have a couple other 1-drops to fill in the early curve if we do happen to have one of these First Order cards. And then we have some really powerful upgrades and events. Open Fire, Daring Raid in the early game, Overwhelming Barrage to kind of wipe the board. Fallen Lightsaber on like a Kylo or a Phasma can be devastating. And then to fill in the curve, we got to Disabling Fang Fighters to knock out some upgrades. Let's hope we could do some work with this Captain Phasma unit. I'm going to be honest, guys. I know a lot of you have been excited about it. I still own this one a little bit because I am not 100% convinced by the First Order, but we're going to bring some glory to the First Order with some Phasma ECLs, I'm hoping, and we're going to do some work. Let's get into it. All right, starting us off, we got a pretty tough matchup up against the Han deck. We got ourselves OB. I think I'm going to resource this General Hux and probably this Kylo Ren. Even though Kylo Ren is amazing, I think we have a nice curve in 2 tubes, Stormtrooper, Sith Trooper into Overwhelming Barrage. So let's start with a Death Star Stormtrooper and see what my opponent's going to go with. I hope that they don't have anything too crazy. Okay. This is actually not bad. I would have loved for this to be a First Order Stormtrooper. I think, Daring Raid could be decent. I think I resourced the Death Star Stormtrooper. In this matchup, the Daring Raid has a lot of potential because Han can like put a K2 out on the board next turn, and we can actually finish it off with the Daring Raid. So that could be relevant. We're putting on a lot of pressure on our opponent. Right now, we can go Benthic 2 tubes, attack for a total of 7, which is really nice, and then Sith Trooper on top of that, plus the Captain Phasma ability to do another damage. We'll see how this shakes up on this turn, because this is going to be a pretty impactful turn for my opponent. But let's see. We're waiting on our opponent to make any sort of action here. ECL is really scary against Han Green. They got Wreckers, potentially got Poe's. Poe's going to be a really nasty one. That comes down the same turn Phasma does. I mean, don't like our situation all that much. They got Poe Dameron coming down. Makes sense. I think Poe Dameron makes a lot of sense here. We're going to go Benthic 2 tubes attack to give that nice little power bump. Death Star Stormtrooper, that is. I think they were thinking about what to do with this Podameron. Oh, they're just conceding? I mean, I say GG. I don't think it was a good game, but I mean, we were nicely set up in this game. Like, it would have attacked for 7. We would have played the Sith Trooper. We would have gotten a damage in. The Sith Trooper, well, in this matchup should maybe get to a 4-3 or maybe even 5-3. We would have had this, hopefully something good next turn. If not, we would have gone Phasma into Overwhelming Barrage. I mean, we had some options here, and we were going to have a very aggressive start. So all of that, I guess, good first game. Not really, but I guess. Starting us off against the Ahsoka Yellow, got a nice hand. Silencer into TIE Interceptor. Not a bad one. Not a bad one at all. I think I am going to just deal damage to their base. I have Open Fire, which we could use against the Resistance X-Wing should they play something pretty good. Do I want to resource the Fallen Lightsaber? I think I do, because I have a nice curve of like Open Fire into Von Reg and First Order Stormtrooper, and then the Phasma ECL, which I do like. Let's see what my opponent's got. They could just trade in. I think that'd be a fine play as well. Yep, they're going to trade. Sure, we're going to go TIE Interceptor then. They're going to play a Sabine. I'll go ahead and deal damage to their base. And they're going to go Spec Force Soldier. Let's go ahead and claim initiative here. And what do I want to do? Okay, we got Open Fire and a Daring Raid. I think I'll go and resource this Open Fire, and I will just Open Fire the Sabine here, and then I will just play out a First Order Stormtrooper. Not an exciting couple of draws. Determined Recruit, huh? Okay. I mean, that's okay. Nothing too crazy for us to see. They're going to attack. Let's play a First Order Stormtrooper. First Order Stormtrooper actually trades with anything they got over there, so I actually do like that. Okay, couple of decent plays. Really cheap plays, which I do like. Let's see what they're going to do here. Another Determined Recruit, huh? Let's go ahead and attack into the Determined Recruit. I'll make it so that they take a damage from the First Order Stormtrooper, or make their Spec Force Soldier take the damage. I am definitely going to be ECLing out my Phasma onto the Ahsoka Tano. Okay, let's go ahead and I suppose we'll just deploy Captain Phasma. Yep, they're going to get in an attack. Let's go ahead and just get in. Whoops, let's cancel that. Let's just get in with the TIE Interceptor. And then we will ECL out Phasma. Give this one another +2/+2. And then what I want to hit, I suppose I'll hit the BB-8 to give the Phasma another +2/+2. We will attack in for 8, deal 1 to the Determined Recruit, and 1 to a base. Then we'll pass. TIE Dagger Vanguard looks pretty good here. They're conceding. All right, GG. Phasma doing some work, guys. Into our next matchup up against Mando here. Not a bad hand at all. I'm a little bit interested as to what I should keep, though. I mean, maybe it's just the Fallen Lightsaber resource and the Special Forces TIE Fighter. I think I'm going to go with that, and we'll see what my opponent goes here on turn 1. I will say this is a deck where we're going a big wide strategy, and we have a lot of units that could be exhausted. So definitely something that, well, isn't necessarily all that great up against Mandalorian, with potential to exhaust all over the place. Let's go with the Benthic 2 tubes here on turn 1, and we'll follow up with the Death Star Stormtrooper or First Order TIE Fighter. They're going to take initiative. Okay, let's go with Death Star Stormtrooper. So we actually have a target for Benthic 2 tubes. Let's go resource that Benthic 2 tubes. Now we got General Hux and the First Order TIE Fighter. It's an okay couple of turns here. Ooh, they have a Millennium Falcon, which is really not that scary, and an R2. Okay. Well, now that's pretty good for my opponent. I guess they're going to pay 1. I mean, they did have essentially a free play there, so not bad from our opponent. Open fire is pretty decent. I suppose I will resource the Kylo because I'd rather have multiple plays or at least some sort of play next turn. Super heavy ion cannon coming in. Okay. This is kind of incredible. It's kind of incredible. I honestly don't even know what's happening right now. Don't even know what's happening right now. Yeah, let's take 2 indirect damage, I suppose. Get in and attack in with this General Hux. Play a Legion General Pride, deal 1 to their base and pass. Okay, General Hux is the draw. I mean, what do I even... I don't even know. I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know. Overrolling Barrage would have been a great draw. My opponent's got to stay on target. Okay, they're just going all in. They're just going all in on this situation. I mean, what is even happening? I am so shocked at what is going on. I mean, are they going to win with just a... They can't just win like this. They can't, right? I mean, right? Oh, I misclicked there. Whoops. I was sitting there and I was like, I'm like trying to figure out, like, obviously I know what my opponent's doing right now, right? But like, I'm so blown away that I'm like, they can't be doing this and winning the game right now, can they? Like, this can't be real. This can't be real. And it's real. It is real. We are struggling right now. We are absolutely struggling. I can't even... Okay, I mean, they flip and they win. Okay, that's 3. I mean, we still win, right? Stay on target, not quite enough. I mean, we win even with passing through our flip turn. Guys, I'm going to be honest. I was trying to commentate that game, and I was trying to figure out what we had versus what they had and what I should do. They went with a plan so out of the blue that I did not expect anything like that to be happening. Like, super heavy ion cannon on the Millennium Falcon and like go all in on your turn 2 Millennium Falcon was not something that I was expecting at all. And it wouldn't have been close had we actually played the game, but I accidentally hit pass twice and I skipped through the Phasma turn, which obviously is really important. Like, so, I don't even know, guys. I don't even know. It is what it is. That was a ridiculous game. Let's be honest. All right, everyone, we're going to mulligan this hand. Not a great hand, and of course, we mulligan into a pretty odd one on top of that. Let's go ahead and resource, I guess, the Kylo and the Silencer. We got up against the Palp Baloo deck with a Colossus base. They're going to go Fireball here. I think Fireball's a really nice addition, actually, in this deck. That is a really sweet one. Ooh, we got ourselves a TIE Dagger. I think TIE Dagger looks pretty good here. No initiative for this General Prime to do some massive, massive work. Okay, Academy Graduate, huh? Let's go with a Pride attack in for 3. And I suppose we will play a TIE Dagger Vanguard. They're not going to be able to use the Chancellor Palpatine ability. They're going to... What is this? Okay. I'm going to claim initiative. Just so that we can get the Allegiant General Pride, the indirect damage buff. Weird situation, to be honest. I guess they don't know what Commence Patrol does. Let's attack, make my opponent take 2 damage. Obviously, if They take one on their fireball. It's going to be pretty bad for them because they want to be trading with this TIE Dagger Vanguard to heal up a little bit. So they're going to take 4 to the base. Oh, really? Oh. Well, I'm not going to kill the fireball. Really odd. I'm not going to kill the fireball. It's going to die at the end of turn. And okay, so now they're going to commence patrol. I mean, they got 1 card in hand. Ooh, I don't even know what's happening here. Disabling Fang Fighter, I suppose, could be resourced. Maybe I just resource the Silencer and I just go OB on the TIE Dagger Vanguard and just kill both of these units. Get rid of the 2 units. We're not going to be able to trigger Phasma, but they are going to flip, which is fine. I'm waiting on the Pride attack because if they play a unit taking direct damage, then we do get the Sith Trooper pump, which is nice. Of course, we could have just attacked it in 4 guarantee damage. They're going to Spark of Rebellion. Ooh, this seems really like an awkward situation for my opponent. Let's deploy Phasma, get in for another 4, pass. Do I need to resource anything? I don't think I do. I mean, they got rid of the Kylo, but Kylo really isn't that crazy right now. They got a Lieutenant Chilson. Okay, they revealed a single card. What is happening? Guys, what are we fighting? What are we fighting? Like, what is going on? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I mean, this is crazy, right? This is nonsense, is what this is. Okay. Let's ECL at a First Order Stormtrooper. Let's just ECL a First Order Stormtrooper. They're gonna take 1 on the Chilton, and then I don't know what's going on. I'm ECLing a 1-drop. Like a 1-drop, guys. A freaking 1-drop. I'm ECLing. Well, I mean, we win the game this turn. They take 1. They're up to 22. We get in for 5. That's, well, it's essentially taking 1, right? Because the Sith Trooper gets pumped. So we get in for 4. It's 25. Get in for another 5. It's 30. 2 Daring Raid. Finish off the game. Okay. Jam Communications. They actually are going to live for another turn. What is this nonsense? What am I fighting against, guys? What am I doing? What am I doing? What is happening? I don't even know. What? Like, we're playing a supremely jank deck, but our opponents are playing such crazy brews. I respect it so much, but it is just not there. You know, it is just. I don't even know. I don't even know. GG. Fun game. I was laughing the whole time. That was a fun time. On to the next. All right, everyone. We're going to mulligan this hand. We've got a reasonable hand, but I think we can do a lot better. We're going to resource the Silencer and one of the Kylos. Definitely not a fantastic situation up against Kazuda. I will play the Pride here just because they played a 1-drop, which makes me think they're going to play another 1-drop. Okay, they're going to claim initiative, which also makes sense. Maybe they had another 1-drop, but they just went with this direction instead. I'm going to resource the Kylo. I don't think this matchup's going to come down to the Kylo, so we're just going to resource that one. And we might go with an open fire here. We will see. We will see. We got the Silencer. They're going to remove the action. They're going to get in. Sure. Makes sense. Let's go ahead and attack in with the Pride. And we'll see what my opponent plays here. They've got a black 1, huh? Okay, let's go Death Star Stormtrooper then. And let's go Silencer. Hit them for 1. Pass. Got a General Hux here. and a Sith Trooper. I think the Hux actually looks more appealing just because we can give Raid 1 to the Pride and the Silencer. Are they going to trade off? Here's the question. I'm curious. ECL Phasma doesn't look like that insane this matchup. Okay, they're going to drop a Han here, huh? Okay. Am I racing? Can I race? Can I raise? I don't know if I can. Let's go ahead and kill the Cartel Turncoat to encourage my opponent to deploy Kaz as a unit. Let's go with an open fire on the Anakin's Interceptor. And I'm really hoping they're going to deploy this as a unit so that I can Phasma. Okay, they're going to claim initiative. I mean, that also kind of works for us because they're not actually doing anything. OB is pretty good here. I think I'll resource the Fallen Lightsaber, actually. OB on Phasma can deal with that black one. They're going to use Kazuda on... Okay, so they removed 1 power to get 1 power. I mean, I guess. Let's get in for 3, I suppose. So they remove the abilities of Black 1 so that they get an additional power off this. I mean, I guess, you know, I mean, it's a play that you can indeed make. Okay, they're going to deploy here. I think we just drop in a Phasma and then just go for the win as much as we can, right? Because we drop a Phasma, we get in for 7, get in for another 2, and that puts lethal on the board. Yeah, let's go Phasma. Get in. We can deal 1 damage to the Fireball, I suppose. 1 damage to a base. Get in for 2. And that does put lethal on the board. So they have to have something pretty good, like a trench run here. Get in for 6. Okay, they can attack, but now we got Overwhelming Barrage on Phasma here to deal 6 here. 1 overrun Fireball. And that does close out the game. GG. Really close, really close from my opponent. But we did end up getting there. The Overwhelming Barrage was actually pretty clutch. And they had a pretty good hand, right? I think they did not take initiative, though, or they didn't play their other 1-drop, or maybe they just had only Cartel Turncoat. But it seems odd they had the Anakin's Interceptor and Black 1 on the following turn. Or like Black 1 into Anakin's Interceptor on the following turns. Kind of an awkward curve from them. But I think they probably just took initiative so that my Pride doesn't get the 2 indirect damage. I don't know. We got there, though. We got there. And our hand wasn't, like, insane. It was good. We had the Phasma. We didn't use ECL, though. Didn't even use it. Into our next matchup. And my goodness, my friends. We up against Captain freaking Rex over there. I cannot wait to see what my opponent's got in store for me. I don't know. I love seeing the Rexes. I love it. Absolutely love it. We'll see what they've got. If they're playing my version of the deck, oh my gosh, it's horrible for us. It's a Battlefield read. Like, that is horrible. Anyways, let's get rid of this Disabling Fig Fighter. Okay. You got the Battlefield read. I get it. Actually, nonsense is what that is. Let's deal 4 to my opponent. I assume they're not going to take 1 on the Battlefield Marine because they can just kill my Pride and then leave this up. And then we'll play a TIE Dagger Vanguard to finish that off. Not an exciting play, not an inspiring play, just something that we're kind of having to do because of my opponent's situation, right? Battlefield Marine attack in. It's going to happen. Everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. Ooh, R2 first, though. Okay. That actually means that we can go with... Did they put it on bottom? Oh, it doesn't tell us. That means we can go with the TIE Interceptor instead of the TIE Dagger Vanguard. They can use the 2 resources to create a token, which isn't too bad. Yep, they're going to get rid of the Pride. Let's deal another damage to the Droid Manufactory. Are they going to use Captain Rex's ability? I think that's a reasonable play. Let's see what you got, opponent. I mean, this is a good start for them. Clone Deserter. Okay, let's claim initiative. We've got a Daring Raid. We got a General Hux. I mean, I'm going to resource one of the Daring Raids. And I think I'll just play the TIE Dagger Vanguard to knock out that battlefield marine just to avoid as much damage as possible. Ooh, did they miss a resource? Oh, they forgot to resource. Never mind. The game is in shambles. It's over. Opponent can't do anything. I mean, opponent missed the resource. I mean, sometimes you just miss a resource, right? Yep. Yep. GG. GG. Yeah. Opponent missed a resource. If they hadn't risked a resource, I think it would have been a pretty close game. But, you know, that's just how the cookie crumbles, I suppose. Daring Raid will save just in case they play something else. I don't know. Game feels a little bit memey now. Let's go ahead and use the action to go ahead and deal another damage to Droid Manufactory. They've got an Echo. We'll go ahead and Daring Raid the Clone Deserter here. Because I will flip Phasma and then attack to finish off the Clone Deserter with the Phasma attack. So let's go ahead and claim initiative. They got a lot of units here. As you see, it would have been pretty scary. Okay, that's a fantastic draw. This is a card that really changes the game for us. They could have a command, but they can't deal damage to the Phasma. They could have an Akbar, which would be pretty interesting, but that's not quite enough. We'll see what they've got. They've got a command, sure. What are they pumping? Overwhelming Barrage is excellent against Captain Rex. That is a card that I would absolutely love to see. Oh, they're gonna ramp. Oh, they are gonna ramp. Okay, let's go Overwhelming Barrage on the Phasma. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Knock out all of those cards. And that's a excellent turn. Very excellent turn. And then we'll go attack into the Rex with Phasma. Even though we seem to be in a good position right now, we are still under threat of a Unity of Purpose. Because they deploy Phasma or Rex here. They go Unity of Purpose. We don't quite have lethal, right? Because we attack, let's say, for 7. And then we don't have OB on the next turn. So what we're going to do is attack into Rex. And then kill off Rex. We'll pass. Got ourselves a Fallen Lightsaber and a Sith Trooper. They could potentially go Unity of Purpose, but they'll only get +3/+3. Which means we would still be pretty well set up to win, right? It'd be 4, 8. Yep, there's the Unity of Purpose, as I had mentioned. Let's go ECL, Kylo, Trigger, Ambush. We will attack the Clone Trooper, and then we will give +2/+0 to the TIE Interceptor. I mean, they could just go straight for the base, but that's going to be pretty brutal for them. They kind of have to deal with some of my units. Maybe they'll go for Phasma here. Yeah, they went for Phasma. We'll attack for 5. And I mean, now the game is pretty much over, right? They're going to get in for 4. They've loosed their R2. They're going to have a battle droid versus my TIE Interceptor. And I mean, now the game is all up to the masses here. Let's go resource the open fire. We'll get in for 3 here. I mean, Unity of Purpose is massive, guys. Massive, massive, massive stuff. Had I not killed Rex there, say I didn't kill Rex. Let's say they didn't even attack. I probably wouldn't have attacked if I was there. They would have gotten plus, instead of +3/+3, +4/+4, which is incredible. And that would have been even more scary. So we will see what my opponent's got to follow everything up. I mean, we technically haven't won the game yet. Just goes to show you, you know, the power of Rex in some situations with the Unity of Purpose. Waiting for them to decide if they want to bounce the battle droid. We're going to play a Sith Trooper and ping them for 1 here. Get in for 1. If my opponent creates a token, it's going to be real bad for them, because I'm just going to go ahead and claim initiative and then attack with my Sith Trooper, and they'll be at 23. Okay, we're going to claim initiative for sure now. They played a Poe Dameron. We've got a lot of units to play. Should we want to to deal the one last damage with Phasma. We're just going to get in for 3 here. And now any unit that we play is going to be lethal because of the Phasma trigger. Captain Rex has a couple ways to restore, but it's usually on attack. And I don't think they can get an immediate attack in. So I think we're out of the danger range. Still close for being this situation where like our opponent missed a resource. Like that just goes to show you how incredibly insane Captain Rex can be in some games, right? The command, the unity of purpose, that type of stuff. It is just nasty. GG to my opponent. They stuck in it. It ended up being a closer game than you would have thought, but unity of purpose, guys. It's a card. It's insane. Into our next game, got ourselves a matchup up against Anakin Colossus, which, by the way, is going to be disgusting. We've probably already lost, to be honest, with our current situation. Like, it is probably lost. Queel coming out, going to be restoring 1 every single situation. It is going to be a nightmare. Yeah, I mean, they've got a Village Protectors. What can we really do? It's going to block any sort of attacks here. Let's go on Reg's TIE Interceptor. I think I'll just keep the First Order Stormtrooper on the battlefield for now and just kind of see what my opponent decides to do. They discard a Concordon Interceptors, which is also equally horrible for us, considering the fact that we have 2 space units right now. Oh, geez, guys. It is pretty gross, to be honest. Let's get in with the First Order Stormtrooper. We'll see what my opponent decides to do here. Deal 1 to my opponent. Okay, they're going to take a couple points of damage. They're going to attack ECL. They're going to draw another card. Pretty lucky on their part, but, that happens sometimes. Go Sith Trooper. I think I will kill off this Concordon Interceptors. Let's play the Benthic 2 tubes. Let's deal 1 to their base. Attack with Von Reg's Interceptor. Attack. Pass. Phasma. Okay. We've got a game now. We've got a game. Phasma is excellent. That can potentially do some work here. Okay. Let's go with a Benthic 2 tubes attack. Pump up the Interceptor. They've got Force Throw. It's nasty. It is just a nasty card, guys. It is so gross. Let's ECL out Phasma. Give the Sith Trooper, trigger, ambush, kill the Yoda, trigger up to 7 power on that Sith Trooper. Let's see if they had another Force Throw. Get in for 7 into the base. Deal 1 to their base. Flip Phasma. Attack in. We kind of have to kill the Queel. Otherwise, it can kill our Phasma, which is not something that we want at all. We've got Phasma, though. Perilous position coming in, huh? Okay, let's get in a silencer down. Ooh, and they have Village Protectors as well. Nonsense is what this is. Absolutely nonsense is what this is. Our opponent had a pretty disgusting hand. Triple Sentinel. They had the Force Throw with Yoda. They had the Queel on turn 1 to draw them approximately 1 million cards. 2 cards, realistically. But, yeah, that's going to make things a little bit more tricky for us. No doubt about it. I could have done this a little bit differently where I attack into the Village Protectors with Phasma. They're going to kill. Okay, let's claim initiative here. Ooh, another Phasma, huh? Okay, that might do some work here. Let's kill Anakin. Let's see if they have a Luke or something. Luke would be real nasty. Okay, they got a perilous position. Let's go Phasma, pump up our silencer. Let's tack in for 3, or 5 rather. Play a Death Star Stormtrooper, pass. OB is actually pretty nice here. Let's hope they don't have... I mean, look at this. Double perilous position, double Village Protectors, Yoda with a Force Throw. Opponents had a lot of recurring action here. Ooh, and they have a Fell the Dragon. Come on, man. They got kind of everything here. Let's go ahead and knock out this Kanan. We've had a lot of answers to exactly what we got going on. Let's go ahead and attack in for 5. Force throw, sure. Don't care about that card. Attacking for 3, pass. First Order Stormtrooper, TIE Fighter, Sith Trooper. I mean, they just attacked the Death Star Stormtrooper, right? Ooh, Jedi Lightsaber. Let's get in for 3. I mean, that might put us in a winning position. We're attacking the base? They're racing? Claim initiative? What? They played Poe Dameron? We have 2 lethal threats? Why did they do that? Do they have no answer? I guess they were just racing because they had no answer? We actually won? What did I just watch? What? I can't believe we won that. I cannot believe we won that, to be honest. I felt like it was really hard over. It's the second Phasma that we drew that really put it over the edge. Even though they had the answer to the second Phasma, the first Phasma just did so much damage. They did so much damage. And they had an insane start with Queel into draw 2, into village protectors, double village protectors. I think they should have been a little bit more defensive at the start. Like, I think they should have just knocked out the First Order Stormtrooper immediately and just knocked out my units as they went along instead of kind of doing that. But I don't know. Yeah, like going Jedi Lightsaber here. I think if I was them, I just attack into my Death Star Stormtrooper, because that's the option you have, right? Then they're at 29. I play a Sith Trooper or a First Order TIE Fighter potentially. I can't even do that because if they just trade here, then I attack with Silencer. They play a Poe Dameron, and it's like, oh dang! If I play anything here, the game is over because they attack Poe Dameron into the unit or possibly just the base, discard a card, kill my Silencer, or they attack the Sith Trooper, discard a card, kill the Silencer. I think this last turn with the Jedi Lightsaber is what really put them in a bad position. The Jedi Lightsaber really messed things up for them. Yeah. All right. Not too bad. All right, guys. What did we learn with Phasma Green? It was a heck of a fun time. Like, super fun. Phasma as a unit is incredibly good. And with the leader, that can win you some games. And pretty much every single time when we were winning, it was either A, Phasma, party time, or Benthic 2 tubes plus a early unit to where we were just putting on so much pressure and an opponent had like a space start, right? That's how we won those games. The rest of the deck is really awkward. Like Hux, the First Order Stormtrooper, the Special Forces TIE Fighter. Like, you feel like you're playing a lot of mediocre cards to get those to work. But the core of it, the OB, the Phasma, the TIE Interceptor, the TIE Silencer, the Death Star Stormtrooper, like that kind of core of like just playing solid cards is really, really good. I'd be really interested to see what we could do with a little bit better First Order suite to choose from. I think this deck could actually be a scary deck with Phasma in of itself. Just the fact that you get to hit in for potentially 4 additional damage on any unit on that turn and kill something of theirs is insanely good. The decks we fought against today were not that great. Okay, we did not find ourselves up against like all the insane decks. We didn't find ourselves up against like Jangos or Hans. I'm playing this on a Sunday night. People's decks, they're messing around. They're having fun. I think if you were to jump this into like Django Red, you would lose like 9 times out of 10, to be honest. The deck is fun. Phasma's great. I think it is like a solid C tier list, maybe like low B tier. But that's where you're sitting at. It is really, really just a fun Friday night. Jump in, Phasma your friends, and then dismantle the deck and go home. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully you all enjoyed the First Order shenanigans. I'll see you all for the next one.